Okay, so many of you who may have been watching my channel now may know I go by Bob Chaster. I'm actually distancing myself away from that, for reasons being that I don't really feel into it anymore, but I will probably go into that on another video. But right now, I kind of just want to talk about how when I first started this channel, I felt like I went along with more liberal ideas. One of the first channels I subscribed to was The Amazing Atheist, and he goes by being a liberal even to this day. And I'd like to think that I still am, but, you know, people, like, had this, like, thing, and I like, against the word, and, you know, I kind of like that, you know, because, you know, I like pissing people off. What? Really? You do? Yes. Okay. I'm a smart ass, even to myself. But the reason why I am starting to see why people have a thing against it, and I'm even starting to agree, is because I'm seeing more and more of these people just being so fucking pissed off and attacking people for having just different ideas. Like, it's sad when I agree with a fucking Republican on a lot of shit. Especially on people, like, punching other, like, you shouldn't punch people. Yeah, that's a liberal viewpoint as of this moment. If you call someone a fucking Nazi, you have, I guess, I don't, in a liberal's mind, you could hit them. You can punch them in the fucking face. Now, I will say right now, there's a lot of points I don't fucking agree with. Like, and I will argue with them, like, all night. I'll argue with them for about a week, and we will not be friendly towards one another verbally. But I will never go up to someone, to anyone who disagrees with me, even on every single viewpoint I have, and punch them in the face for having a different opinion than me. In fact, isn't that kind of like what was like a classic liberal viewpoint? Is like free and open to ideas. Remember a few years ago, and by a few years ago I mean like before like 2013, where atheists and liberals didn't like conservatives because they were the ones who didn't like free speech and would silence people's point of view and would just do all that shit. But now, the fucking tables have fucking turned. It's the liberals who won't let others have a fucking voice. If you don't agree that Milo Yiannopoulos is like some sort of fucking Nazi who is a racist, I'm sorry, but the fucking guy is a gay Jewish lover. I shouldn't have used that term, but you know, he is. He likes guys that are black. There is no possible way this guy could get any less bigoted. He is a gay Jewish man who likes big black cock. There's no... I don't understand how you're spinning it, because I mean, he even like makes fun of atheists, you know? Because he's a fucking Catholic, which is a fucking contradiction in itself, but... My point is, when I agree with a guy like that, a conservative, who will take the piss out of atheists for fun, when I agree with him more on shit, that's a problem. Because, I mean, there's so much shit, and I haven't, like, made a video for so long, so I feel like kind of like an amateur right now. But it just, you know, it's 2:30 a.m. right now as I'm recording this, and I wanted to do it on a fucking camera, but I don't have my fucking camera. I destroyed our office, looking for it, so it's a little less personal, so I'm sorry about that. But I had to vent, because it only recently hit me that I feel like more conservative now than a liberal, because I see all these liberal fucking crybabies just bitching about stupid shit. It all started with a whole feminist shit. And I'm all for equal rights for everyone. But that means you have to give equal rights to everyone. Which means if someone has a different talking point than you, if someone has a different viewpoint than you have to let them have that different viewpoint from you, because that is what true equality is. Now, I even have a few things that I think should be okay that I hate that people will do it. And people will even, like, say, well, you know, like, it should be illegal. But here's why I don't think that's illegal. Is because it's called the First Amendment. You have the freedom to express yourself the way you want. Now, if you were burning an American flag, I would want to punch you in the face. But I wouldn't. Because I feel you should have that right. You should have the right to, if you feel like you hate America that much, where you gotta fucking take the American flag and burn it, feel free. But you look like a fucking jackass when you still live here. You know, if you hate it so much, leave. But I'm not gonna stop you from doing it. I'm not gonna stop you from looking like a total fucking moron doing it. You know, just like if someone burned, you know, the Confederate flag. And I mean, like, the national one. The true one. The one that was, like, above, you know, national, like, houses and shit, that is supposed to actually, like, represent something, and that's the one I hold deeply to me. If someone was burning that one, same thing. You have the right to do it, even though it's a Confederate American flag, by the way. I have to, like, put that out there, just in case there's a few people that say you shouldn't burn an American flag, and then I bring a Confederate flag, but anyway, I'm digressing. I believe you should have that right. You're a fucking idiot, but, you know, you should have that right. Just like people should have the right to, you know, do what they want with private businesses. They shouldn't be forced to make you a cake. They shouldn't be forced to cater for your wedding, you know? I mean, it sucks, and, you know, I say, let the free market handle that, and if they want to be bigots, let them go out of business on their own. Don't make them do it, you know, because what's the point? I mean, other than, you know, oh, we made them do it. Why? You don't like bigots. Why are you gonna fucking make a bigot make you the fucking cake? Just go somewhere else. And a few years ago, you know, I was actually on that side, and I only now recently started to see how fucking ludicrous that is, to just force someone to do something that they don't want to do just because you want them to do it. It's also kind of sad when I'm starting to listen to actual, like, Republicans and conservatives like Joe Pulse of Watson. I've actually been listening to his shit for quite some time now, and I actually like a lot of his viewpoints on shit. That's sad. That's sad, because a few years ago, I wouldn't have. I would have thought he was a complete cuck. And, I mean, in a way, this whole social justice warrior shit is kind of a blessing in disguise. And that's because it kind of brought us closer together. And I mean us together, I mean, like, fucking left and right. They're practically on the same side now. Looking at all these, like, far left people and how fucking crazy they are. And another sad point is another former coworker of mine said that they don't like to think of me as a liberal because I have a fucking brain and I can think for myself. That alone is sad, when the whole premise of being a liberal is being for free ideas. It's sad when we get into this point, don't you think? But I'm done rambling now. Nathan White out.